7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Ready, set, go.
Okay.
That gets me every time.
Hello.
Hello.
Goodness
Oh,
me,
look at your desk.
Oh yes, I've got a very, very exciting desk in front of me. And hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us and for joining myself and Belinda Basson, our new designer for Funky Fossil. We're going to be sharing some fabulous collections this evening and some amazing samples, aren't we, Belinda? They're stunning.
Oh, the design team are just, they've outdone themselves.
They really have. But then again, they've got amazing products to work with. And I've been squealing as I've opened each of the packages and looked at the gorgeous samples. I'll be taking these two collections onto Create and Craft, which is a UK TV craft channel for those of you not in the UK. I'll be taking them on there tomorrow at 5. So we're giving you a bit of a sneak peek this evening, but on TV I've only got 1 hour tomorrow, so we don't get the time to enjoy the samples in all their glory. So we really did want to make sure that you get a chance to have a really good look at them. We share them all on Facebook and Instagram, and Olga has done another of her epic reels with all the samples on there, so you will get to see them in different places. But it's Belinda and I just want to have a look at them and have a chat, don't we?
Yes. And of course, it's 2 lines that you're doing tomorrow. It's the so easy, so pretty, so gorgeous.
So anything, yes, so pretty. So that's I've got a collection from Charlotte Blackwood, which I think it must be her 7th or 8th collection with us. She's been designing for Funky Fossil now for at least a year, 18 months. So I've got amazing samples for that and the collection to show you. And then your very first collection with us, Belinda, which is Steampunk Menagerie. Oh, actually, I know. I bet Olga's screaming in the studio now because I will have forgotten to say. Please do like and share and let everybody know about these fantastic products that are going to be released. And we will be doing a giveaway during the course of this live. I think we said, didn't we, Belinda, just before we went live, that we would do a giveaway for somebody on Facebook and somebody on YouTube?
Yes.
And we'll give each collection.
Olga's manning that behind the scenes, so she's checking to see who has liked and shared it, and she will put you in a lucky draw. I don't know, technological something or other, and draw a name at the end, one for YouTube and one for Facebook. So yes,
well,
doesn't matter which platform you're on. Yes,
you can watch us on all of them, and yeah, join in the chat and be in a chance of winning if you like and share. And I ought to say some hellos as well, because I'm seeing familiar and new names scrolling down here on the comments. So shout out to all of you who spent joining us this evening. We've got Donna, we've got Sue, we've got Auntie Lissy, Michelle Rowe, Karen, Tamar, Rachel, and lots of Facebook users who I'm sure we know, but I can't see your names on the stream. So thank you for joining us.
yes, if it's coming up, so if you see Olga posting your comment on the screen and it says Facebook user, that's because you're in the group Funky Fossils, and you just need to click above the video where it says we are using StreamYard. Please click here, and all you need to do is click there and just give StreamYard permission to use your name, and then we can see who you are backstage. Otherwise, you're all just one global Facebook user.
Yeah, mysterious characters lurking in the internet. And also, before we go through the actual samples and the products themselves, Belinda, you are looking very glamorous this evening, may I say?
Thank you, thank you. Look, I made myself a new necklace with my new menagerie crew, and then Olga puts a design over the top. Thanks, Olga. Yes, I have. I see somebody used them as Mr. and Mrs. In one of the card samples, and I thought that was hysterical. So
Yes.
yes, I've used them. I've used shrink plastic. And remember, if you're going to do jewelry or something like this, you have to punch the plastic before you shrink it. Just
True.
a
Yeah. It's a good one.
FYI.
And the fact they've come out so fantastically on shrink plastic is a good indication for those of you watching that these are good size stamps. They're going to give you really good kind of focal points on journal pages, as you'll see some framed projects, scrapbook pages, cards, but equally, you know, then you've got the scale to be able to shrink them down and make really, really cute
Yes,
embellishments
so
as well.
in fact, the size that you've got in front of you there, the sample that I did, the black frame, those are ATC size, the artist trading card size,
Right.
which is the 2.5 by 3.5 inches.
Look at
So that gives people, those of you who know about artist trading cards, that gives you an idea of the scale of the characters. Some I had to trim off a little bit, like Mr. Peg had his shoulder shaved, and yeah, so, and Mr. Ram had his elbows shaved to fit on the.
I'm just so grateful to you for doing these boards as well, because they'll be fantastic to have on TV tomorrow. The fact you brought the colour to them, and there are glossy accents on them in the, where the kind of the goggles are,
Yes,
and dimension on the ram's kind of horns as well. Amazing. So these stamps are absolutely stunning, and
okay.
Sorry, go on, Bella.
No, Olga's asking if we want to play the video of all the samples.
No, we're just going to carry on talking. But no, of course we will go to the video. Just what I was just going to say, 1 second, is that this is the first part of Belinda's steampunk menagerie. We've already got more designs in the pipeline. We've got some really exciting further products to extend this collection out, which will probably be early autumn that we're able to bring those to you. So yeah, hopefully you'll like what you see here and get on board now in terms of that kind of bigger collection coming your way. But yeah, let's have a look through it, Olga. You share with us the amazing video that you put together with all of this inspiration.
I don't think Olga sleeps because she just puts all these designs together. So what Olga's done here is we have a design team, private group, and everybody has posted all their makes in there. So this is what the stamps look like when they're actually on the plastic. And here they come sliding up the screen in all their colorful glory.
And
That's a stencil.
So yeah, we've got
Another
4
stencil.
stencils, haven't we, in the collection?
Yeah, and the mask. So there's another one for the cats that wasn't on there, but it looks very similar to the dog with the bones. And 8 by 8 and 6 by 6 single-sided paper. So there are 12 designs. The colors are gorgeous, and we stuck to just doing what I call background designs with no characters on them, so that you can build your own things.
And some of them are kind of things, photographs that you've taken as well, Belinda, aren't they? So they're taken from images that you've worked with and brought into the color palette.
Absolutely. So I've either taken like the trade plate photograph, which was taken on one of the U-Bahn stations somewhere here in Berlin, the peeled paint on the wood, all those textures are photographs that I've taken and then manipulated by adding yet another like paint splatter, ink splats over the top, so that they all work together, so that you can build layers of papers behind your cards or your scrapbook pages. Yeah,
they work perfectly. They don't overwhelm the focal point. This sample here from you, when I was looking at it again, this is one layer again, isn't it? It's some of your kind of fiendish shading.
Yes, fiendish shading. I love doing that. And then this was such fun. I just brushed gold paint onto black cardstock, stamped on top of it, and then got my trusty brother, no, not my sibling, my Scan and Cut, She said, "You fussy cut it for me," and I did it perfectly. Love my brother.
And I've got. Thank you so much. You have saved me a world of time because I've got lots of stamped out and cut
that one's
out,
also
perfectly
flat.
cut out characters, and
the
that is one
sample.
layer.
Yes. Oh, and these are Rachel's designs.
Aren't they just
I love this
brilliant?
dog coming in from the top. He's just the coolest thing. And here
that's
she's
some
used the
reverse stamping,
jelly
isn't
plate.
it?
Yes,
Yeah.
jelly plate to reverse stamp. Really cool idea.
Amazing, Rachel. And then this one's got real kind of dimension on it, and the kind of wire wrap around the circle frame for the cat, just fantastic, and the stencil in
And
the
she's
background.
used the washi tape on the frame. So
Yes.
yeah.
I'll show you the washi tape after the video because it's gorgeous. And this has got Olga's lucky number background.
Yeah. A few people have used a mix of other stamps, and it's just so cool to see everything working together so well.
Well, I think these are such strong focal points that you are able to kind of layer up and play with other background designs that you have.
Yes.
That's Ali's classic bright
love those
background.
colors.
That's
and the stamps emboss beautifully. You don't lose the details.
No, they do. They're fantastic. And that's one of the frame dies from the, I think, last release. I just love that. I love it. He's amazing, that pig. I just think he's fantastic. Or Mr. Hog, or whatever we're calling him.
I call him Piggy Wiggy. I should maybe give them all names, shouldn't I? Here he is again.
Absolutely.
Look. Very dapper. Again with that number stamp, and this is the papers.
And look at the dimension. It looks like that paper is really dimensional, doesn't it, in terms of the...
And going with your laser cut ones, it's the perfect combo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, nice colours again.
I love that blue.
You know, it's so exciting for me to see everybody's designs, you know, because, like, I just have fun drawing them and seeing what other people are doing with them. It's just been the best thing.
It was so funny though, wasn't it, when we were putting them together, and I would just like randomly say, "What about?" and there's random animals thrown at you, and you could draw them all. It was amazing.
I would be waking up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and going, I can give him this, and what about if I do that? And he can look this way or that way. And in fact, I don't know if the sample is, I can't remember if Olga showed it, but I know you've got it there. The scrapbooking sample that I did with my cat, that's the actual photograph that I worked from for the one stamp. So,
well, I think because again, we had a long chat, didn't we, about where would we take this collection, and the fact that, you know, obviously there's lots of amazing steampunk artwork out there already. So it was wanting to do something that kind of had personality and had all those elements integral to the images, but a slightly different take on the whole steampunk theme, I think.
Yes, I mean, this pig has turned up very dapper in his jailbreak clothes, look at this, in his tweed even, and this cow is just too cool.
That is brilliant. I think it's by Sarah, isn't it? It's just fantastic.
And this is the profile I was talking about that I actually drew from my own cat, and she's put velvet on the hat and the jacket.
A very Victorian lady.
This is the papers we were talking about, where I layered the colors and the images so that they all match.
And they're just
beautiful. It's just so exciting.
And they're lovely. The images themselves are really, I think anyway, a really beautifully clean line art in terms of for colouring, or as you've seen there, people have used fabric and other elements almost to kind of do a version of paper piecing with them. So, you know, whatever you like to do, or as you say, heat embossing, the line art really does pop on these gorgeous, gorgeous stamps. So we've shown you what's in the collection. And the thing that, because Belinda has not had the washi tape yet.
No,
it was late.
It's on its way.
I've sent it off to her today, but she's not had time to play with it. So there are going to be 3 washi tapes with the collection, and you can see a lovely, can you see my in camera? Yes, I am.
Yes, you're in camera. You've got full screen.
A lovely, I need to stand on a step to see what's on camera. A lovely
So that's
wide.
a 2-inch. That's a 2-inch washi tape.
It is, and it's all 3 designs are taken from the paper, so of course they will work perfectly in layer. But I wanted to do a wide, really wide one because I know you like your kind of your 3D makes and your journals and things like that, and I just thought it might be a nice width for a spine. So
a spine and for wrapping around the edges of canvas.
Yeah, I've done that this afternoon on one of your canvases that you because obviously I'm prepping demos for tomorrow, and so looking at one of your amazing canvases, thank you so much. I'm going to use this, and then I've just literally just put the rivet washi all the way around. Now I haven't used any glue or medium on that. I would do in terms of having it as a permanent piece, because although washi I think has good level of adhesion, the texture of a canvas, which this is proper canvas, it'll probably need some additional help. But yeah, doesn't that look cool?
It really came out beautifully. Yeah, it's so exciting to see. Yeah, but somebody commented earlier that the designs are nice for masculine designs, and that is something that I consciously design with in mind. So the profile of the cat could be either masculine or feminine. People in the design team have used it both ways.
Yes.
But in fact, when I was drawing the next batch of designs, I had to consciously draw female figures because I'm so conscious of the fact that people really struggle to do masculine cards or, scrapbook pages or anything along those lines. So I tend to, for steampunk stuff, well, not just steampunk stuff, but for this whole sort of concept that I was playing with, I went really masculine, and it's, putting them in suits and things. So there will be a few coming in corsets in the future.
Yeah, did you just say a few in corsets?
Yes.
I was having a rummage because I can't remember, but then again, I am needing to stand on a step to see anything.
We can see it perfectly. Yes, that's the one that I was saying.
Yeah.
Somebody them to get just married. It's brilliant.
This is by our Veronica. So again, anybody who saw makes from our last release that Veronica does, she excels with that kind of stitch work and working with fabric, and yeah, just the dog and cat kind of. I did say in our DT group that I'm sure they wouldn't last the year because they fight like dog and cat. I thought that was very clever. So yes, gorgeous. I wasn't sure if that was on the DT DT
that was on
reel,
the yeah. No, I didn't see that one on the reel. I think there were so many things, and I'm not sure when Olga did it. She was ahead of herself.
We really, the amount of samples would be like a blockbuster video. But was this one on? This is one of yours, Belinda, isn't it?
No, that wasn't on.
So that's
a mixed media canvas where I actually stamped into clay for that cat.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, how you did it.
So that's using the silver. Olga, you're going to have to type it in the thing because I use the Stuka clay, but I know it's the same as the, there's a silver hearty, the silver packaged hearty clay.
Right.
Will give you that effect.
So you inked up the stamp and then stamped it into the clay to get the...
So what I actually did is initially, I wanted to see what would happen when I sprayed it, because I used some of the oxide sprays, and often they react differently when they pool, and it wasn't quite dark enough. So then I painted over it with black, and then just put the gold wax over the top.
Fabulous. It's an amazing effect. I wanted to bring it in because I wanted to ask you how you've done it, and we're going to have to get you in the group doing some lives, because there's some amazing projects here that I'm sure lots of us would love to see how you actually put them together.
I'm so keen to do lives again. And in fact, I've used the mask stencil on the outside edges of that canvas on the purple paper.
Or the purple
I've just
paper?
used on the purple paper, people.
Yes,
Um,
I see it. Yeah, of course. I hadn't noticed.
so just subtly use that mask stencil on the paper just to give it a little bit more dimension.
And it is uncoated paper, so yeah, it will take your inks. And I know there are several samples where people have used texture pastes and heat embossing. The only thing I'd say about it is it's 160 GSM, so if you are using a lot of wet mediums or texture paste, you might want to adhere it onto something else just to give it a little bit more
Stability.
substance.
Yeah.
But absolutely takes the actual mediums themselves. And the other one before we move off, because I know this was in the clip, Olga, because I know you panned across it. This is from our Sarah Edison. Look at that.
I think it's just brilliant.
Isn't it
I can't wait
amazing?
to see what everybody does with it once they get their hands on it.
Yeah, I know. Oh, and one thing I will say to those of you watching in the UK, who might be watching, who might be looking at Create and Craft tomorrow, is it is already live on the site at the reduced price, because I did ask them if they would load it and drop the price early, given I've only got the 1 hour tomorrow. So giving you
they can shop now.
Yeah, well, exactly. And I'm just conscious that, you know, those of you who are in the UK, you've made the effort to come and join us on the live. I wanted you to have first shout if you could. So often I'll tell you to wait if the product's on the site, but I know it's going to go at a lower price on the day, but they've dropped the price for us. So
brilliant.
So do check out if that's something you want to kind of be able to have a look through. Now on Create and Craft, obviously what we've shown you this evening is a complete bundle, and that collection is going to be for sale as a complete collection, and that's the best price, obviously. But there will be the individuals of the stamp sets and the paper. I think I've got as an individual. My usual pick and mix on the stencils, so the stencils will be there. So if you know, from a budgetary point of view, if there are bits you want to pick up now and kind of ease yourself into that wider steampunk menagerie, then the product is there for you as individuals as well. So I love it, Belinda. You've just done such an amazing job. Thank you so much.
And thank you for inviting me to join your funky team of designers. It's been such a blast.
We're just getting stronger and stronger as a collective. You know, the designs we've been having over the past few months, the designs I know we've also got in the pipeline. Just every month, both the design team, what they do with the product, but actually the designs themselves. Yeah, I would never have imagined 4 years ago when we set up this kind of company that we would be in a position to be offering you such amazing things, and I'm very proud that we are. So yeah, thank you.
When you asked me to join, I went straight onto your website to have a look at like what you do, and I was like, oh my word, there's nothing left for me to do, because she's got everything. Gorgeous stencils with texture and grunge and pretty and cute, and stamps with all the same like mix. And I was like, okay, we're going to have to seriously put thinking caps on and try and find something that hasn't been done before.
But that is the joy of working with a range of designers. Is that I know you all design in relation to what's inspiring you at the moment. I don't give you a specific brief, but if I gave you all the same brief, I'd still end up with, you know, that many different collections, because you'd all be bringing something different to that kind of theme.
Maybe you should test us all and give us one thing and make us all design. That would be cool.
It would,
to see what we all came up with.
A design off. And I see I'm just seeing your comment there, Tamar. Thank you very much. Yes, you will be stocking these products that we've been showcasing this evening, and they're going to be on their way to you literally in the next day or so. So hopefully you'll be able to share them with US customers next week.
Yes,
so
it's very exciting.
So should we have a look at
They're so pretty.
they're so pretty. I'm just looking at somebody saying, Olga, behave yourself. I know what she's up to. What's she up to?
Oh, well, she was having a dig at me because I took a fly and went to go visit her this afternoon. She didn't know I was coming, and she said, well, more things would have been in the video if she didn't have a surprise visitor. That was a dig at me. I think that's what she's saying, behave yourself. I don't know what other comment went on the screen that we might have missed.
Dear me, Olga. Goodness. Well, you know, I just think you should have obviously started earlier and spent longer on it.
Yeah.
Right, let's look at So Pretty. Olga, are you going to run the VT for us?
Yes.
Oh, it's there, is it? I'm on my step.
Yes, she's rolling the video for the So Pretty.
And this is a complete departure from where we've just been with Belinda's collection. This is a very whimsically elegant collection from Charlotte. She hand draws all of her designs, and they're always beautiful. They've always got such lovely details to them. And this, as you can imagine, is on a sewing theme. So we've got an A5 stamp. The buttons, you just saw the A6, and there's an A7 as well, which I'll show you in a minute. Some stencils, sewing theme stencils, obviously. Some amazing dies. So there's a set of button dies and a large set of dies called Winged Mannequin, which has got a full butterfly, because I thought you might want to use a full butterfly on different projects, but you can use the wings behind the mannequin. And the DT, of course, have rocked this collection. So we've got Laura there doing amazing work with them. The buttons and the colours, and that sewing machine's so beautiful. That kind of, Charlotte's got it wreathed in kind of flowers and butterflies. So pretty. Oh, that's cool.
I love the colours.
I love this one as well. Yeah, and that sewing pattern stencil, I do love it. It's got lots of detail and it's got that kind of classic old-fashioned sewing pattern vibe to it. And you see, you can have the wings of the butterfly and the front or back of the mannequin, just a whole. And the buttons, I love the fact that you can die. They're quite sizable buttons, but you can die cut them so they're going to match any project that you're creating. Because I used to have loads of actual buttons that I added to projects, and I could never find the one I wanted for whatever I was doing. So they've got the scissors in the background of this one from Judith is, I love that vibrant blue, is from the A7 stamp set that goes with this. And I love this kind of, it's kind of like an easel card from Judith, but it's the fact that the sewing machine sits proud at the top really brings the eye to it.
Nice background on this one.
Isn't it? There's a bit more of Ali's trademark colour and vibrancy there. Just kind of having that sewing machine pop, and then she's watercoloured in all the buttons there, repeat stamped it. So it makes a great background just on its own. And this is Alicia doing some fab work with stencils and get the
and here's, I like how the black and white just pops in front of those stamps in colour. And
it's a great example, isn't it, of how you don't need to colour in, just stamp in colour, use some black and white, and you're done there. And she's got the buttons. I mean, they look really realistic, don't they? The way that with a bit of thread through them, how they
bit of thread in them, and then just the butterflies on their own without any of the sewing things look great.
And they're a sizable butterfly, and of course it's a layered butterfly, so you've got a solid base and the wings. And then of course Veronica just loved this collection because she is our sewing expert, and so she's stitched and created a beautiful framed picture with the sewing machine.
Wow. So much paint. And look at that pincushion.
And the pincushion as well. It's just amazing. I don't know how she finds the time. I mean, one of those samples from Veronica would take me a month.
Well, you'd never see mine. It would never get finished.
I got a sewing machine for Christmas because I was determined to sew more on my samples, but it's still in the box.
I need to dig mine out. Got underneath something.
I do. I love the look of stitching on projects, but yeah, I need to get my head around it. And one of the things that's in this collection. Let me show you the A7 stamp, because it's I hadn't shared the image, Olga, so that's why it wasn't on the reel. You didn't have it to work with. This little A7 I wanted to just add into the collection because I just thought it'd be perfect on tags and gifts for people, because it's got handmade with love, and you obviously have the heart with the needle and thread. So I just thought it was a nice little add-on. And the thing that the challenge I have with everybody when they send me designs is there's always more than can fit on a single stamp set, and
Yes.
I always love it all. So I'm always trying to kind of configure things in a way that we can make sure we get all the designs, and that's why with this collection you've got an A5, an A6 with a large background, and the A7, because it was all too lovely to not include.
Okay, and there was a question just now, to interrupt you. Somebody's asking, do you deliver to France? Yes, she will ship anywhere at a shipping price.
I will do, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, if you go on the Funky Fossil shop, you'll see there the shipping to Europe, the US, Australia, but I am just literally in the process of working with a retailer in France, so we'll be having my collections in France at some point in May or June. So I will certainly share the details when that's available. I know it's always better to buy in country from a delivery times, but in the meantime you can get products from me direct.
Okay, and if they're looking on your website, it will only be available from, is it Saturday? Because
it will, yes, absolutely, good
days.
point. Yes, because Create and Crafty, which is the UK TV channel, they get exclusivity for 48 hours. So I will be loading the products on the shop on Saturday, and if any of you are coming to Port Sunlight, which is a craft show in the Wirral that I always go to, I have a stand there, then stock permitting, I will have the product on the stand on Saturday.
Oh, that's exciting.
I know, but I've been running around like a mad thing today, because obviously I've got TV tomorrow, but all day today I've been trying to put together stock for Saturday, and I'm like, oh. It'll be me and 2 stencils the way I'm going.
Sleep is overrated.
Yeah, I do feel a bit guilty because I laser cut everything in house, for those of you that don't know, and I do feel a bit guilty for the people around me if I laser cut late into the night, because the machines are quite noisy. One thing that we've obviously talked about the fact that there's some fabulous dies in this collection, and they're really cracking dies of gorgeous size. You've got a mannequin here, and then these 2 elements will fit over the top. So you've got like the wireframe, and also one that has got like a peony cut out, so you can build your mannequin as you want. And I've included a set of my Luxe cuts, which are the kind of light creamy ply, and they make gorgeous embellishment pieces, and that's how they come. I think I showed you with the gears for Belinda's
No, I don't think we showed those. They were just on the samples.
Did I not show them? I don't know, I've done with them now. But yeah, they come in and they've
gone into the Bermuda Triangle. Sorry, when I'm on screen, everything goes into the Bermuda Triangle, never to be seen again until after the live. There we go.
There you go. So they come in the sheet, just literally just pop out, will often fall out because they're only held in by a light tag, but I just think that gives them a little bit more robustness when shipping. So yes, that's how they come to you. Oh, and the other thing I was going to say, in terms of Create and Craft, tomorrow, as part of this bundle, this collection, there will be an additional paper, a 6x6 paper pad thrown in for free because it's their birthday, so they want bargains, and it'll be one of these. So
potluck.
Yeah, you won't be able to choose. It will just be either Shine Bright or Love Blossoms, both of which we've had out recently, both of which are stunning and work perfectly with this collection. I deliberately chose them to work both scale and design. So that's going to be, I'm looking forward to the show tomorrow, actually. Well, because look, just fabulous stuff. And it's one of the rare opportunities I actually get to craft. Now the only time I get to craft is in front of a camera.
Pressure.
So I know. was there any other questions that I've missed? And Olga,
Okay, I
thank
wanted
you.
you to just show, I've sent you one sample of the 12 by 12 page that is fully stenciled to show people that
Yes.
the stencils that I've designed for this release are not particularly steampunk. They are more generic for dogs, cats, horses, good luck, because I put lucky clover, the 4-leaf clover on the horse one. So I have designed the stencil so that it is really easy to repeat. And you can overlap so that you actually see the previous footprint. So that
Yes,
when you
to
are
line it up.
repeating, you're not trying to see through dirty plastic.
Yeah.
So that was an intentional thing, and it makes it really easy to line up and keep straight. And you can even, both the cat and the dog footprint are the same size, and the squares are the same size. So if you want to combine both, you can, like I did on your apron.
Sorry, I'd wandered off then, only only because I wanted to just
Sarah, to Sarah.
I wanted to get my apron to show everyone my amazing apron. Have you seen this, guys?
Yeah, I haven't
Look.
put that out yet.
Is
So
that
on the
stunning?
left is the doggy footprint with the dog bone and ball, and on the right is the kitty cat footprint with the fish bone and tiny paw print.
It's
So
just brilliant.
you can combine both.
And so that just shows in terms of that repeat. Obviously, if you're working on scrapbook pages or any size of project, but equally on fabric as well. I just thought it was a genius idea. I love it.
Yeah, it was just using archival ink with a brush through the stencil.
Was
So
it just archival,
it's
was
permanent. It's permanent. You can wash it. It won't come off.
Yeah, I never wash things, Belinda, but thanks for the offer. I'm glad you thought of it. I thought that's what artist aprons were for. They're meant to be covered in all of our creative mess.
Yes. Well, until they stand up by themselves in the corner due to all the acrylic paint.
That sounds perfect for storage to me.
Yeah.
So I think that's everything. I hope you all like it. Thank you for all your kind of feedback and your comments. I've been seeing lots of positive responses, and yeah, Belinda has thought of everything, and I mean everything, both from the designs that you're going to get home, but equally for me, I've got everything I need to get down to TV studios tomorrow and just get on with creating. I've got my images, I've got my canvases, so I feel very spoiled. I've got my amazing boards. So I feel very spoiled that she's made it so easy for me
Too
to.
much fun. I'm like, oh, I can make this. Oh, I can do that. And then I'm like, oh, but I've still got to ship it. So maybe I should stop.
Well, I just, it's always great. It's like Olga doing these amazing reels. When I've got designers that make me look semi-competent, then, you know, it's
Olga
it's
wants
all
us to
good.
waffle for a bit more.
She
She says she needs a couple of minutes to do the withdraw, the draw for the lucky winner. So if you have shared
oh, yes.
on both, you have a chance on YouTube and you have a chance on Facebook. Olga will draw the names. And so one of the things, because I literally sent every single sample I made to Sarah and then tracked the living daylights out of my UPS package, which had an incident. It's very scary when you get an incident on comes up on
We've still no idea what the incident was, have we?
but it was, and it kept saying should still be delivered today, should still be delivered today, and then it wasn't. And I was like, the next morning the incident was gone. I was like, oh, but I did make myself this kind of rainbow of the papers, so you can see how well they all go together.
Isn't that fabulous? Oh,
And these are from the 8x8s. So yes, it's a nice mix of colors and good for all sorts of different backgrounds. And yeah, so, and then because I hadn't actually done it, I've done a repeat with the Fossil stencil as well.
and talking about showing how beautifully the papers all work together. You sent me this journal, haven't you? Where is it? Am I on screen?
No, you're not on the screen. Olga's doing something else. I'm on the screen, but I have got another journal that I started. I haven't put
Outrageous,
anything on.
Olga.
Oh, there she is. There you're on the screen. You need to put it over your Love Blossoms paper because you're half off the screen. So
Oh, am
shift
I?
it. Oh,
Sorry.
there we go. Yes, perfect.
Perfect. So yes, you've created this amazing journal that really just showcases how well the papers go together, and you're just showing off now, aren't you? And you've stamped stenciled onto the ribbon as well. But
yeah, I just used a piece of fabric.
It's just, I mean, so I'm gonna not necessarily tomorrow on air, but I am certainly planning to add to this and kind of put more in. But it's a brilliant way of just showing how the papers all work together, along with the stamps and the stencils. It's just chock full of lovely little pullouts, and it's just gorgeous. So yes, you can see here, you know, if you're doing a journal or putting some of the papers together, you don't need to think too hard about which ones you're going to use, because they literally do work all perfectly in combination. I think I need to stick the spine in.
Oh dear, that didn't travel well. Oops.
that might have been the incident.
Yes.
Journal down.
Journal broken in transit.
I really don't think they would have given it that much attention. And
you'll have to use the washi tape to fix it.
Oh yeah, good point. That's exactly, this perfect opportunity. So yeah, so that is just another way, like Belinda's kind of hexagons there in terms of patchwork. Oh Donna, don't out me like that. That's how I told people that in secret.
You're borrowing bits for your own cards. For those, because it's not on the screen, we can read backstage. Donna says, knowing you, Sarah, you'll be borrowing, in inverted commas, bits for your own cards.
As I said at the time, Donna, it's because the design team do such good work, it would be a shame for it to go to waste. So I may repurpose some of it.
Roll. Olga's got it.
Olga, have you got our winners?
Okay, we have our winners. Yes, she says we have our winners. Exciting times. On YouTube, we have Donna Brooks. On Facebook, Karen Nerney.
Oh, congratulations both. Right, Donna, well, that means you don't need to save your pennies for getting the collection. So I'll send you the Steampunk Menagerie, because I know you like your animals. And Karen, I know you'll do something amazing with the So Pretty collection. I think I've got both your addresses, but do message me your addresses just to double check, so that I can get those sent out to you. It'll be early next week because of TV and then Port Sunlight, but I won't forget. I promise I will send those out. So congratulations to both of you. Thank you so much to everybody for joining us this evening, for liking, for sharing, and for just being part of what we're building here at Funky Fossil, along with our amazing designers and fantastic design team. So shall we say good night, Belinda?
Yep. Until tomorrow, 5 p.m.